Here's a look at your daily market report on this Wednesday, the 5th day of March. Believe it or not, yesterday evening, prior to this cold front getting to central Missouri, actually heard the first peeper frogs of the season. I don't know if they ended up freezing last night or got blown all the way to the Florida Keys, but pretty sure we won't be hearing those tonight as the weather made a heck of a change, bringing some snow to north and central Missouri. A few slick spots on the bridges as well this morning, but the big issue, of course, being the wind. That's had gusts reported up to 60 miles an hour in places. At the auction barns today around the state, Springfield, Vienna, and Farmington all having sales. Didn't get any early reports from them as far as expectations. Green Sea Livestock Market, they're expecting to have about 700 head today. Windsor Livestock Auction, they're expecting to have about 3,000 head. A couple of special cow sales this week. Tomorrow night on Thursday evening, Callaway Livestock Center will be holding their special cow sale. And then Mid-Missouri Stockyards in Phillipsburg, they'll be having a special cow sale Saturday evening at 6 p.m. They've got about 500 listed for the pre-listings there. On Tuesday around the state, SEMO Livestock Sales auction in Jackson ended up with about 900 head. The lightweight heifers under 500 pounds were called as much as $12 higher. The rest of the offering steady to $9 higher. Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains, they ended up with 2,575 head through the barn, an additional 1,381 head sold on their in-house video auction. Compared to last week, the steers and heifers there, the yearlings steady to $4 higher. The calves were mixed from 3 lower to 3 higher. It was noted that the demand did improve throughout the day there. Some of that as a result of the futures markets yesterday that managed to rebound a bit. At Interstate Regional Stockyards in Cuba, they had a lighter run, 560 head. The steers and heifers there were called mostly steady on that light test. F&T Livestock Market in Palmyra, they had a special cow sale yesterday, about 240 head there. Very good crowd and good demand for those replacement cows. Then at Kingsville Livestock Auction, when all was said and done late last night or early this morning, depending on how you look at it, 3,705 head. The steer calves under 550 pounds were steady. Steers over 550 pounds. And all the heifers under 800 pounds were stayed at $8 lower. Heifers over 800 pounds were steady. Was noted there was starting to see a few more of the new crop calves, some fleshier heifers in the offering this week. Demand on yearling steers and thin stocker calves, however, remains very good. The steers in Kingsville, medium and large ones, 400 to 500 pounds at $380 to $4 1/4. 5 to 6 weights at $340 to $397. Some fancy at $410.50. Some 6 to 7 weight steers at $290 to $344. 7 to 8 weights at $268 to $305. 8 to 9 weights, $258.5 to $266.50. Some 900 to 950 pound steers sold from $254.5 to $261 1/4. The feeder heifers, medium and large ones, 400 to 500 pound heifers, $340 to $377.5. 5 to 6 weights at $281 to $331. 6 to 7 weight heifers, $259.5 to $297. Some 7 to 8 weights at $259.50 to $280. Some 8 to 850 pound heifers, $236 to $254.50. Box beef cutout values this morning. Choice at $314.47, down 70 cents. Select at $302.76, that's down $1.26. Those values based on 88 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread setting at $11.41. Negotiated feedlot trade so far for the week totaled up about 3,800 head so far. Nearly all those sales have been in Kansas. 2,400 head reported there, from 195 to 197. So far this week, nothing reported in Texas. Nebraska's only had about 200 head, not enough to test the market. Iowa's had about 300 head so far for the week. Again, not enough to test the market there either. Taking a look at the midday futures markets, finally seeing some green on the Livestock side of things, April live cattle 195.27 up 62, June at 191.17 up $1.10, March feeder cattle up 30 cents at midday 274.15, April at 274 and a quarter up $1.75, lean hogs for April up 222, 84.57, May up $1.90 at 87.37. On the board of trade, finding a little green there after several days of losses as well. Corn for March up 5.5, 441.5. May up 5 1/4, 456 3/4. Soybeans for March up 12 3/4 at midday, 996 3/4. May up 10 at 10:09. Wheat for March up 11.5 at 5:30. May's up 13 cents at midday, 549 3/4. Soybean meal for March up $6.40 a ton at 292.30. Soybean oil for March down 21 cents a hundredweight at 42.06. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your daily market report for Wednesday. This is Tony Hancock.